Stuff just gets streaky. Nobody wants a streaky mess on their face. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm very excited for today because first of all, it's the first video of the new year. Happy New Year, you guys. We've made it to 2021. Hopefully, it'll be less of a dumpster fire than 2020 was. I think that's all we can hope for, is just less of a dumpster fire. And today, we're starting off the new year with a brand review, and I'm so excited because we're reviewing a brand that I have been, first of all, testing for a really long time, but curious about for so long, and I know other people have been curious about, and we're gonna be talking about Arrive Beauty. Now, Arrive Beauty is a really, really cool brand, and one of the tints I actually mentioned at my year-end video that I will be reviewing, because 2020 was a huge year for skin tints, and there's so many that have come out since literally that video. There have been a couple launches and a couple brands that I've been really interested in, and I've been testing out tints for a long time. So we're gonna actually be talking about a lot of tints for the first quarter of this year, and we're gonna be doing full reviews, and then I'm gonna be kind of comparing and contrasting against each other and the huge, industry clean beauty brands that have been doing tints, so Kosas and Ilia and stuff like that. So I'm very excited. So without further ado, I kind of want to just jump in and talk about Arrive Beauty. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. Also, please leave down below any products, brands, etc. that you want me to review. And without further ado, let's jump in and talk about Arrive Beauty. All right, you guys, let's jump in and talk about the products. So this is the branding and the products that currently Arrive Beauty has. They have like a skin tint, what is this called? Skin Boost Perfecting Tint, and then they also have a bronzer. So first I'm gonna talk about the skin tint first, and then I'm gonna move on to the bronzer. So the Arrive skin tint looks like this. It comes in, I believe, 5 shades. Hopefully that shade range will expand, but I do understand that with a tint, it's kind of a little bit more flexible. So they have 2 lighter shades, then the shade I'm wearing, which is tan, and then they have 2 deep, darker shades. And this is what it looks like. It kind of just is a squeegee tube. And like I said, I wear the shade tan, so I'm just going to swatch that on the back of my hand so that you can see. And then I'm gonna show you kind of the coverage wise. So I really like the consistency of this skin tint because it's not high coverage at all. However, it isn't super light coverage. Like when you blend it out, you're not like, whoa, where'd the product go? And I know a lot of the time people love kind of very, very minimalist skin tint, and this definitely has that. However, it does even skin tone and make your skin look really, really flawless. Now, if you are my complexion and a little bit more of a neutral tone, which I tend to skew a little bit more neutral when I wear my foundations, this is a touch too yellow. However, I can make it work and it doesn't look crazy. Like I'm not looking like crazy. Like when I put my hands up to my face, it still looks really, really nice, really, really blended. The consistency of this is not very oily. However, it isn't like dry. It kind of is that perfect combo. If you were the type of person who has more oily skin, I think that this will still work for you. I would just make sure that you set it with something, because in general with tints, they tend to be a little bit more dewy and natural looking and give you a little bit more of a glow. So if you tend to get really oily throughout the day, setting it in general is really important, because you don't want to end up looking like a crazy grease ball by the end of the day. Or maybe you do, and if you do, that's okay, no judgment here, girl. But this is really, really nice. So this works well a couple different ways. So the way I like to apply it a lot of the time is just with my finger. When it comes to tints, I just feel like fingers are the way to go when you apply product. However, I understand not everyone likes to do that, and so I'm gonna kind of talk about how I like to apply it. So I have 3 ways that I like to apply it. My fingers, like I said, that just kind of blends it out really, really nicely and seamlessly and gives you a very natural finish to the face, and it does not streak. This product, what I love is it does not streak, so when you apply it with your fingers or with anything else I'm going to talk about today, I do not find that it streaks, and that is very, very important, because then this is an easy throw-on product where you're not like, oh man, hold on, let me double check, let me check if I'm streaking all over the damn place, because you don't have to worry about that, because you're not going to be streaking, because your skin's going to look really good. The other way I like to apply it is, okay, I'm just gonna preface this. My sponge is disgusting and dirty because I haven't cleaned it yet, but I like to apply it with a sponge. I prefer the Real Techniques sponges. I just feel like they apply the product really seamlessly. They're also not very expensive, which is great. Now, when it comes to brushes, I really only like one brush to apply foundations with, and that is this IT Cosmetics brush. This is the Heavenly Luxe, what is it, number 7, and I really like this because it applies products really, really flawlessly. I don't find that it streaks at all, because I know sometimes when you apply with brushes, stuff just gets streaky. Nobody wants a streaky mess on their face. I know I don't. I know you don't. We want some flawless base. We want to look snatched to the gods. And this brush is really good for that. It also has a little, it's like double-ended. It has a little thing here that is really easy to apply concealer with. So I really like this brush. And when it comes to this product, that's kind of the 3 ways that I like to apply it. It's really nice. It gives you a flawless finish to the face. You look youthful, hydrated, plumped up. Really, really big fan of this. I highly, highly recommend. Okay, let's talk bronzer, because this bronzer is really, really interesting. So this is the Arrive bronzer, and I am a really, really big fan of this. I like the shade Tan Dark. However, the lighter shade also shows up on my skin. I just like the way that this sits to contour, but also to bronze my face. Like, I like that this is a little bit deeper, to be honest, than normal bronzers that I would wear. Like, my everyday bronze is not normally this deep, which I know looks crazy because it looks really light in the pan. I like a light bronzer, so I also like the other shade, but this is right now my favorite. So the consistency of this is really, really nice. It just sits on the skin so beautifully. You literally do not look like you have powder on your face. I don't know how they did it. This formula is wild. It literally is seamless, melts into the skin. They only have 2 shades, like I said before, so I'm really hoping that they expand their shade range just to be more inclusive, because I do think that there should be at least 1 shade darker than this, if not 2, because again, like, not everyone can use just 2 bronzers. Like, we just need to start expanding our shade range. To begin with, I said that in my New Year's video where I was talking about, you know, end of year 2020 favorites. We need to be more inclusive in general across all conventional, and especially in clean beauty world. We just need to be more inclusive. But hopefully they expand this. Like I said before, this is a really, really nice formula. Now, I like to apply this one of 2 ways. So I really like to apply it with like a really fluffy brush like this and just really blend it in and kind of pull it all around the face. This gives me more of my everyday, very tan, cute, not super precise look, and I really, really like a fluffy brush for that. And what I find the best way I like to apply this is I will kind of dip in and then hit it off just so there isn't too much product, and then apply it. Since this is a deeper color for me, that is the best way I like to apply this shade, because if not, it can look a little bit crazy. Not crazy, but just more bronze than I would want to look. If I'm using the lighter shade, then I don't necessarily do that, because I don't have to worry about it being super, super pigmented and a little bit too deep. But I really like this brush for that. Just a fluffy brush. And then for a more contoured look, I really like a brush like this that kind of gives you a more precise application to kind of not contour the face, but just more precise, like less fluffed around the face. And that is something I'd like for a little bit more of a nighttime look, an event look, a nighttime look. A brush like this is really, really nice. This is the Scott Barnes 65, and I really, really like this. Now, again, seamless, lightweight. You do not feel this on the face. You just look snatched to the gods, so bronzed up, so goddessy. This is a beautiful, beautiful formula. It's more matte. Like, there is not really, there's like the slightest touch of shimmer, which I like, because sometimes when it's so matte, it can kind of look super flat on the face. And with this entire brand, the whole vibe behind it is to love the skin you're in and just perfect it to make it look a little bit more seamless and a little bit more just flawless, without overdoing it. So having something that has a little bit more shimmer in it like this just makes it look more seamless and more beautiful on the skin and more natural, which I love. So good. These two together create the perfect beautiful look. Your just skin just looks so beautiful in comparison to other tints that I have used. This has more coverage, which I like. Sometimes tints can be a little bit too light coverage for days where you want a little bit more coverage with hyperpigmentation, which I've been suffering from recently. It's just a nightmare. Or, you know, you have zits, or it's a more nighttime look, but you don't want to wear a foundation. Super love this one. I'm a huge fan. And again, this is really beautiful. Honestly, out of powder bronzers that I have used, this would be like at the top. When I'm testing anything, right now I'm testing a bunch of bronzers, and I compare everything to this and the butter bronzer because I like a good comparison of products I've loved in the past that are powder. This is just elite. Like, this is up there. This is so good. And I do believe that for them, like, this is their best selling product. It's so good. So I highly recommend this brand. I would love to know, have you tried them? If you have, what are your thoughts? If you haven't, are you curious about them? Have you been kind of waiting for a review? Please let me know down below. And that is it for today's video. Please leave again down below any videos you want to see, brands you want to see reviewed, any skin tints, because right now I'm on a skin tint kick. Any skin tints that you have seen that you are looking for a review on, any, you know, for comparison with this, what skin tints do you want me to compare this to? Because there are a lot out there, and I know a lot of people are curious because I've gotten a lot of messages in my DMs on Instagram, and also I've gotten some emails on thecleanbeautycode.com on like, hey girl, what's the deal? What's the tea? Tell us. And I got you. I'm working on it. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.